fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. Hello, and welcome to Fuck That with Or Mash and Jihan Sabir. Our lovely guest today is the wonderful, the fabulous, the terrifying Miss Kia Stevens.
Is that the theme song? Like, fuck that.
No, we have a theme song. We actually should put our theme songs on fucking iTunes.
Dude.
We have a song. I'll play it for you later.
Yeah, we're recording everything.
Like, I just want that like ready to go on my phone. Just anything like boom. Fuck that.
That's how we feel.
Somebody write a check in Walmart. Damn it.
Exactly. That's how I feel on a daily, goddamn.
I remember when you came to the studio to sing it, and the guy on the piano started playing the piano, and Jihan was like, well, I don't know what are the like, because we didn't have any lyrics. Right? She's like, what do you want me to sing? Because I was like, Jihan, you have a beautiful voice. I've been with you to karaoke. She does.
Right? She hit the notes.
Wow. She
on tone.
I should never sing. This girl.
No, I think everyone should sing always.
So she's like, what do I sing? I was like, just say fuck that many times in a singing voice. She's like, all right. So the whole thing is like, fuck that.
It's going to be the earworm for all week.
It is. Our theme song is the shit. No, but really, how are you, my friend?
I'm good. I'm great.
I haven't seen you in a while.
I know. This lady, I love her so much because she always tries to get me out of the house. And I always have some fucking excuse why I don't arrive somewhere. She tries. Oh, God, she tries.
Oh, my gosh. You should. So the first time I met Kia, it was here at the Comedy Store, live at the Comedy Store, you guys. And she just looked like a lost little lamb.
I was lost.
And I saw her in the front, and she was wearing this fabulous leatherette dress.
Bam.
And I was like, oh, this girl is fabulous. And then I was like, I think I know that girl, but I don't know how I know that girl, but she looked familiar. But I was like, whatever. So I go up to the belly room, and then here she is again, little lost lamb. And so I just was like, are you lost? Like, I'm like, where are you going? And she's like, oh, I'm trying to find my friend. And I was like, well, let me help you find your friend, because you just look lost. And this place can seem very intimidating.
Yeah, what are you lost? And it's the first time here, or you yeah.
I know.
I get that.
And she
sometimes I get lost. I've been here for like at least 65 to 67 times. I still get lost.
More than that, even.
But I wasn't even supposed to be like here. I was supposed to be.
I know, she was supposed to be at another comedy club. She's at the wrong. She goes, well, my friend. She shows me the text of her friend, and she was supposed to be at the Improv. And she was at the Comedy Store. And I'm like, well, you're in the wrong place. And I think it's too late to meet your friend, because that show's probably almost over.
Yeah, it was.
So we just hung out here.
But Providence met a new friend. It was supposed to happen.
I did.
See, everything, even when sometimes life misdirects you, it
Yes.
doesn't. It's redirecting
I
you
counted
to
my
what you
lucky
need
stars. I really did. And I followed her like a puppy. I was like on her tail, like, what do you do now? What do you do
Jihan
next?
is so caring, right?
Yes.
She's so caring.
She is so, yes.
Listen, I went to what?
No, you say.
I went to the pier today.
Which one?
Santa Monica.
Okay.
With my child that I watch.
She
And
has many children.
That's
you
why
know?
she's an au pair.
I'm a nanny.
No,
I'm not
even-
that fancy. I just babysit kids from here. I wish they would fly my ass to another country and pay for all my shit to take care of
That's
some
what
foreign
they do
children.
For the au pair?
Yeah, au pairs go out of country to.
But then there's nowhere to escape.
I mean,
Like,
so
because
you
if you're
no, but you
working
go to
as
a
a
country
nanny-
where you know you can find people who speak your language.
Yeah.
Right.
So like, I would only au pair in like Australia.
Right, so you can go out, like you can go, like
or like London or something.
You've been with the kids all day. It's 9:00. You wanna?
I know that would suck if you
have
were an
your
au
time.
pair in like
Everybody speaks
Vietnam or
English,
something.
though.
You don't know
you
the
go
language.
around the world, everybody
Yeah,
speaks
you
English.
enjoy
Like,
it.
a lot
It's
of-
true.
You know,
People do speak English, but
they make it
like
easy on you.
a lot, like if you go to countries, like if you go to like a country like Vietnam or like I said, or like if you're in like rural China or something, like no one fucking speaks English.
No.
You're just gonna be like in that fucking place, and everyone's gonna be looking at you because you know you don't look like them.
Yeah.
That's when you bring your picture book out and you just.
Beyonce? Yes,
Embassy?
definitely. No, but yeah, I went to the pier today and wanted to get on the little rides. You know, they have like the little rides. And he's 7, but he's very tentative about those kinds of things,
Yeah.
which I also am. I'm not a roller coaster person. And so like we just got on the little rides. We got on this ride. It's just a boat. It's one of those boats that swing back and forth.
Like the dragon swing?
Yeah, girl.
Oh,
And we
nice.
got on that one. He was like, I want to get on the dragon ride. I was like, all right, let's go. So we get on the ride. I was like, oh, this is going to be fine. I used to do this all the time. That thing started swinging back. I was like, oh,
It gets
no.
hard,
I was like, I don't want to be on this ride. He's like, I don't like this ride either. And we both were like, hey, is the ride almost over? I was like, I don't like this ride.
Countdown.
And the man is like, 1 more, 2 more. Like,
Yeah,
I was like,
cute. There's a line. People waiting.
I was like, we want to get off. Oh Lord.
I don't like rides.
I don't like
like
it.
As an adult, I would only do them as a child because of like you don't want to seem uncool.
Right, because all the
Like,
other kids are doing
did you go?
it.
Did you do the thing? Did you do that? You have to say yes because no matter how many excuses you give, you're like, oh, whatever.
Not me.
Yeah.
I didn't do that shit.
But as an adult, I was like, it gives me headache. Like you know what? It does that thing with the neck.
Yeah, it
Because
moves your head around,
like-
jerks you around.
I'm not trying to move my neck. Too much.
Dude, when I was a kid, they'd be like, "Oh, we're gonna get on this ride." I'm like, "Okay, great, have fun. I'll hold your bags."
I wish I wish I could speak out like that. Like I remember one day my mom had like me and my brother played hooky and she took us to Knott's Berry Farm and we got on Montezuma's Revenge and we were strapped in and like ready to go. The dude's about to like give the thumbs up. I was like, no, take me out. And they like stopped everything and it was like a big scene. They take me out. Like,
Yes,
took
that's
my
me,
ass
girl.
out.
I
She
won't
was
get on
like,
the line.
fuck
That.
that.
Oh, fuck no. Yeah, me and the rides. Fuck no, dude. But it was fun. We had fun, y'all. It was good.
I feel like, I got nothing to prove. I'm 30.
No, I don't need to get on none of that shit. I have
got
no
nothing
qualms.
to prove.
I have no qualms about not getting on roller coasters.
Yeah, it won't be a regret.
And let me tell you something. People, they break.
Yes.
They
They
fucking
do. Dude, I saw a handicapped kid on that ride. I was like, fuck, I am fucking up. Because he's on there. His daddy had to hold him, strap him down, like, to get on this ride.
Poor
It's like
baby.
cradling the
But it was probably
this
a
boy.
thrill for him.
He
probably
loved that
he
shit.
probably loved it.
You know what I don't like about it? As we were swinging in that goddamn boat, my body went into survival mode. Like, like when you're
Yeah.
about to die, like your body's like, no, we're not dying. And I was like, I don't like that feeling. People like that feeling. I don't
No,
like
yeah,
that.
I
My
don't like
legs
that
started
thrill.
shaking.
No.
My legs started shaking. We were sitting in that
No.
boat. My leg was twitching. I was like, oh no, we
Man.
gotta get off.
I think a lot of people of color like can do without like that thrill because
I was
we
like,
get different thrills.
I
The
don't
police
need,
behind you, I'm like,
Yeah, I don't need fake fucking.
I get thrills all day long. I don't need a roller coaster thrill.
That-
Fuck
that's-
that.
That's exactly how I feel as an Israeli, Brett. You need to toast. But really, in Israeli, I wake up with a twitch,
Right?
Yeah, I don't need
I
to
don't
feel
need-
that a simulated fucking, I'm about to
Near-death
die.
experience.
Exactly.
No, no,
I was girl, I think I peed a little. I was like, my body was just like, it was releasing everything, endorphins, sweat, all the shit. I was like, we need to get off this ride immediately, sir. Immediately.
My body releases endorphins when I chill. I like to go to the pool, and I like to sit there and do nothing.
I know you look tan
And
as
then
fuck right now. I'm just gonna tell you that I checked out the video before we began today, and you look almost as brown as I.
Really?
In the video, you do. Where you been, Ibiza?
I've been to Israel. It's hot. You know how hot Israel gets? It's hot. And let me tell you something. Every time in the summer I get really tan. My roots are kind of brown. Moroccan,
Yeah,
Egyptian,
they are brown. They're not kind of brown.
and a little bit Sudanese. It's an eighth. But
I know she's like a little bit.
It's
She's like a
an
little bit
eighth.
Sudanese.
I always say to people it's an eighth, and nobody really mentions
She's like,
an
that's the
eighth.
gangster part of me, the Sudanese.
But I don't know. And I always get really tan. I like
That's
it.
good. Well, you know, I get really tan as well.
Even though I try not to get. Let me tell you something. My mother used to scare me all the time. She goes like, you know, when I was in high school, there was a girl and she used to tan her face. She used to tan her body. She used to be like after the summer, she used to be beautiful. You know, she was tan and everything. I saw her at the reunion. She looks. I don't know how to translate it
Like
to English
wrinkly?
in a
Like
way that
crinkly?
will truly respect
Crispy?
the roast that she
that
roasted this
Florida
woman.
leather.
Yeah. This girl has wrinkles. She's 65 years old. It's like she's like, or my mom's like, or you put the sunscreen on. You don't tan your face because you're gonna have wrinkles on.
Yeah.
it.
But it's not even the wrinkles, like melanoma. That's real.
Dude, I don't want to look old.
Yeah, but you don't want to have cancer. You'd rather have like a you'd
You'd
rather have like a huge,
young. Fuck that.
I know, man. And you'll look ugly right before you go out because like, you get like a huge spot. It's gross. It's like a big spot on your face filled with cancer. Put sunscreen on.
Why
is
is every
saying.
time we start this fuck that podcast,
You
we
brought up
somehow
death.
reach death?
You're
We
gonna get-
somehow talk
Because
about death.
it runs through us. Speaking of death, I watched that new show about death.
There's a new show about that?
No, that show Forever.
called The
You heard
News.
that show with Maya Rudolph and Fred Armisen?
Oh, yeah, I watched that. Yeah.
I only watched like the first 3 episodes, but I kind of like it. It's weird, and I like it.
It's good. You're going to like the rest. Yeah.
Okay, good. And Kim Whitley's on there.
Yes.
She's great. I had no idea. So Kim Whitley, I met Kim Whitley a few months ago. If you don't know who Kim Whitley is, she's a well-established comedian and actress. She's a stand-up, and she's been acting forever. Very funny lady. And I met her a few months ago at the Improv with my mom, and my mom was freaking the fuck out because my mom loves comedy. Like, she loves black comedy mostly. And she saw Kim in there. She's like, oh, that's Kim. She's like, I watch her because she had a reality show for a while. She's like, oh, I seen all the episodes of the reality show. She's like asking her about her son and shit. I'm like, you don't know her. What are you talking about? She's like, yeah, I don't even know her son's name. But she's just like asking about him, you know. Oh yeah, because I remember da la la la. She's like, oh yeah, girl. I'm like, what the fuck is happening right
That's
now?
precious, though.
No, it was great. My mom was like living. Okay, I bought her all these margaritas, and she was drinking them. And I kept telling, I was like, Craig, make it stronger, make it stronger. Giving it to my mom, and but she was super nice, and like she like gave me her information, and I never reached out.
What?
I was scared.
Crazy.
I don't know what to say. I was like, I
It's
can
better-
babysit your son.
It's
What?
bad.
You're
No,
a
you're
comic.
crazy.
This lady.
Well, she
Hey,
does
let me
know
know-
that. She
let
knows
me
I'm a
know-
comic. 'Cause
let
I saw her at the Improv, and we talked about that too. But
She don't care. She don't think the extra mile for you. You need to be the one that presents.
I know
Right,
I will.
right.
I'm gonna
You-
contact her eventually.
Say, let me open for you. Let me do something.
She did say she would do that. She said she would take me to the comedy union. I just haven't.
What?
I have not.
That's an op.
I don't
What?
know what to say. And then time passed. And then time starts passing, more and more time, and you're like, fuck, I'm
I had
running out
that
of
happen to
time.
me a few times where I was like, I don't know, I don't want to bother them. I don't want to
Yeah.
see this, and I fucked it up.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, oh, I didn't know what to. I'll probably, I'll message her because that was in May, so it wasn't too long ago, but it's a minute ago.
It doesn't matter. Just
I don't know what to
reach
say.
out.
I don't even know what to say to that. I'm like,
Well,
I
she
don't know
has
what to
my
say to
number
that.
in her phone with
She's
my
not
name.
gonna fucking
The-
call you. She's king.
Right?
She.
No, I know she's not gonna call me. I
you
don't
said
expect
she's
her to.
famous.
Yeah, I'm not expecting her to call me. I just don't know what to say to her.
Hey,
But
I
at least
saw
when you call her, your name will like pop.
It will
up.
be my name. You're
Yeah.
right. It's in her
Hey,
phone. I saw it.
you. I love your comedy. I'm a big fan.
Well, it would be more like, hey, remember we met at the Improv?
You
And
better, yeah.
Send her a link to.
Actually, I
this
think
show.
you should,
Not right now.
I think you should text it right now.
Help
this
her
week.
out.
I cannot. No, don't make me do that.
Oh, we got Kim on the line.
Oh my God. Hey, you're on my podcast. Girl, I just met you that one time. You already recording me? Jeez.
Kim, if you're listening to us, Jahan's a big fan.
Big fan.
Her mom, what's your mom?
Michelle.
Her mom, Michelle, is a huge fan. She freaked the fuck out. Jahan would love to open for you. And
Call
she's
her.
so funny. She has one time I had to do her jokes. She had to do mine. And let me tell you,
Yeah,
I
that
know
was
her
so
entire
funny.
set.
Oh,
I
that's
know her
awesome.
entire set. I had to learn her entire set. She's fucking hilarious.
Oh my God, that was a fun
Wait, you did
time.
her whole entire
Yeah, so we
set?
did like a switch. So she had to dress like me, I had to dress like her, and then we had to do
So
each
I had
other's.
big boobs.
She stuffed. She did too much. I gave her my bra to wear, and she stuffed it with like T-shirts or something.
Lord,
And
I
then
love it. I love
we
it.
basically
I'm
wore the
glad I
same
missed
outfit though.
we dress alike, like the
She-
big hoodies.
We both had Adidas hoodies, and so we just wore Adidas
So I
hoodies.
just stuffed mine with the huge titties.
We're gonna do
And
a
mine were
silhouette.
already in there.
Sometimes I rest on her bosom.
Well, it is a shelf.
Listen, there's no one lacking in this room. She is well endowed. Don't let this hoodie fool you. She got those sleeper titties. They look small until she takes the hoodie off. Then they pop out at you.
They pop out. That one's almost popped out of a guy's eye.
If only.
Boom, he didn't even.
I'm so
That is a
lonely.
frosty nipple to take out a guy's eye. That's
Listen, I'm.
It was cold at this time. I believe
Oh
it
my
was
God.
December.
Oh my God, my mom's calling me right now. She must know.
She's probably wondering, what? Have you texted Kim yet?
I'll call her back. That's so funny. What is she calling to tell me? I hope it's good news. So my mom, I love my mom so much. She's trying to get a new apartment, and it's like for seniors, so it's like, a lower rate, and it'll really help her out, because she's on fixed income. So I hope she got it. I hope that's why she's calling me.
oh, that'd be great.
She usually don't call me at this time. But should we get into it?
Yes.
We haven't
Yes.
even gotten into it yet.
We should So yeah, like this is the part of our show where we tell our fuck that stories, where we have a fuck that moment. We all have fuck that moments on the daily, like little fuck that moments, but we mean like moments that really just change shit. Like moments that could have fucked some shit up.
Oh,
Lord,
yeah.
have mercy.
I've had those moments.
Yes.
Those fuck
Sometimes-
that moments that put you on the cover of, when things go wrong,
Right, and then it's
When
like
keeping
fuck,
it real goes wrong.
when keeping it real goes wrong, dude. But just like what are you gonna do about it? Like, what decision do you make?
Keep it pushing.
Yeah.
You want to go, or you want me to go?
Let's go. You go.
You. No, I was just gonna tell a little ditty. It happened recently, so it's fresh. The wound is fresh.
The wound.
The wound is gaping, you guys. No, so I watch these dogs. This lady, I watch her dogs for her. I've been watching her dogs for 2 years, occasionally watching her dogs. And dogs are great. Easy dogs. Walk them, feed them, all the shit. Her house is disgusting. Okay. It's horrible.
Because of the dog.
No. And so the first time I went to this lady's house, she lives in a different house than the one she lives in now, and it was big. It was a big house. Not too far from my house. I was like, this is perfect. She lives so close to me. It was this beautiful house, just boxes. And I'm like, are you moving? No. Okay. And just shit everywhere. And the kitchen, ooh, a mess. And so she wants me to sleep over, with the doggies. So I slept on the couch. It was the only place that didn't have shit on it, right?
Oh, my God.
So I slept on the couch, and then I go in the kitchen. I want to like fix myself some food because I'm just hanging out with the dogs, And it's just dirt, like dishes piled up and all the shit. Like, so I cleaned her kitchen, you guys. I
bless you.
cleaned.
I was never.
Well, I wanted to cook. I'm like, I had to be there.
Yeah, I get it.
So, and I was there for a few days. So I was like,
okay.
you know, it wasn't like a one night. If it was one night, I'd be like, fuck her. I'll go to McDonald's or something or whatever,
Yeah,
get
yeah,
some
yeah.
bullshit and just come back. But I cleaned her whole kitchen. I washed the dishes, girl. It was all clean. I put it all away. I swept the floor. I mopped the floor, all the shit, right? Can I tell you, this bitch didn't say thank you or
Oh, God.
nothing. She didn't say shit.
That's disgusting.
She said nothing. I cleaned her whole kitchen. So then I was like, okay, whatever. So then when I babysat or dog sat again.
Wait, I have a question.
What?
I have a question. Like, when she didn't say anything, you didn't say, like, you know, well, I would have, like, cleaned it with pine saw, but all I could find was, you know, is that okay?
No,
To give her an in and
I didn't
nothing?
say, listen, I'm too nice. I'm like, I don't want to be like, well, I don't want to be petty, but also I don't want to be like, oh, you're a fucking slob. But
Yeah.
because I'm just watching your dogs. So I was just like, whatever. Maybe that was a one-off. Maybe it was a crazy week.
Okay.
Okay, because she does work full-time and she has a daughter. She's a single mom.
Mm.
So I was like, okay, whatever. So then I come the next time. It's like the same again. And I think I did it like one more time. And then after that, I was like, this bitch is insane. She just doesn't clean her house. So I was just like, yeah, I'm not doing it anymore. So then I would just sleep over and whatever. But her house was so junky. Like at one point I would sleep in her room, but she just had clothes on clothes piled up on her bed and
you
shit.
don't have people
But that's what
stay
I'm saying.
over
Am I
like
crazy?
that?
Okay, I'll tell you.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll get to that part. So basically her house is a fucking mess, but I like her dogs a lot. She doesn't really she takes okay care of her dogs. You know what I mean? She does the bare minimum for these fucking dogs.
Oh.
But you know, it's whatever. They're
Where
alive.
she live at? Where she live at?
I'm not gonna
Fuck
tell
that.
you.
Where she live at?
She doesn't abuse them or anything. It's just, you know, when I come, they get like super juiced because I walk them. I know she doesn't walk the dogs. And she just lets them outside and they shit on the yard or yard
That's
smells.
the worst. That's the worst.
You
know,
gotta walk
people-
through your dog, dude.
I can't.
And,
That's abuse.
She living in your neighborhood, you say?
No, she don't live in my neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
No, she moved. And so she lost one of her dogs, actually, got out,
Aw.
whatever. So she got 2 new dogs. And I was watching her dogs. And so this last time I watched the dogs, she got 3 guinea pigs. Okay?
What?
Listen, this is what I'm saying. Nasty people shouldn't get nasty animals. So she got 3 guinea pigs. And they're in the living room, and they're like fucking shit is on the floor. And
they're not even in cages. They're not.
yeah,
like
they're
a
in
pen?
cages. No, they're in cages, but they're in those like the cages with the holes. So they just like kick. You know how like dogs kick.
Oh yeah.
They do that too, and they
Kick
just
their
it
shit.
goes
They
out
like
of the cage.
At
you
least
know,
they clean their cage. At least they clean their house.
yeah, they're like kicking it out of their house,
It's like
right?
a donut of shit.
Yeah, it's around the table because they're
Around
on a
the-
table, right?
The circumference
It's just
of-
yeah, and the dogs like to eat it, and I'm like, get the
Wow,
fuck out of there.
no.
Yeah, dogs, they're weird because they eat grass and it's like fiber. It's just
Yeah.
their shit is basically just like hay, right? So the dogs like
So
to
then
eat
you
it.
got a whole party going on. in
Yeah,
this
dude,
lady's
it's a
living
lot
room.
going
Whole
on in this
circle of life over
goddamn
there.
house. Okay, fucking guinea pigs,
It's an ecosystem.
and she can't listen. She don't even pay me on time usually.
Oh,
So I'm
no.
like, why do you have so many pets? So I tell her. So she calls me like on the last day. She asked me to watch them from Thursday to Sunday. She calls me Sunday morning. Hey, is the power out? And I was like, no. I was like, well, I'm not at the house yet. And she's like, oh, because, you know, the neighbor said the power went out. And I was like, well, I'll go check. I was going to go to the house right now. So she called me at like 9. I think she called me at 9:30 a.m. So then I went over there. And I let the dogs out. And I was like, the power's on. It's
Who
fine.
let the dogs out?
Exactly. And yeah, and so I just charged her. I've been charging her per day, but I guess in her mind, she's been paying me for overnights just for the night. But I was like, so you weren't gonna pay me for coming in the day? That doesn't make any sense. So she got mad, but instead of like just having conversation with me, she just didn't pay me and didn't talk to me for 3 weeks. And then she sent me a flurry of text messages, which went on for an hour, like texting for an hour. And I was like, I don't want to have this conversation with you over text for an hour. God damn, this is exhausting. And she was like, well, if you're going to change you should let me know if your standards changed. I'm like, these are not my standards, ma'am. Your house, that's basic. These are basic standards. I'm just asking not to have fucking dirty dishes in the sink and not have fucking clothes everywhere. Like, that's basic. That's not, I'm not like some fucking bougie bitch. Like, I just want to be able to sit on a surface without
that's the worst.
wondering what the fuck I'm sitting on. You know
I
what
can
I
deal
mean?
with like mess, but I can't deal with like filth.
Yeah,
Filth.
she's
You know what I
not
mean?
clean.
You know,
I
nasty.
had a friend. She was a hoarder.
Well,
But I don't get it. I thought hoarders they just collect things and they don't throw it away. But she'd have like dirty, like if she ate, the dirty dish will be on the floor and it will be piles of dishes on a floor and
it's a mental
McDonald's
illness.
wrap. So that's that's filth. You're hoarding. That's not like an old TV or whatever the fuck you didn't want to throw away.
An old TV.
This is
Black people never throw away TVs. You just put your new
another
TV
TV
on top of the TV. I had so many TVs like that, dude.
you don't throw away a good TV.
Even if it doesn't work, it becomes a stand. But
or a fish tank.
yeah, dude.
So when did you say fuck that? Did you tell her?
Well, at first I was being nice, and I was just like, yeah, well, you know, like I work this days, and she was like, well, I told you not to come Sunday. Did you come just to like because you wanted to be paid? And I was like, well, did you tell me not to come because you didn't want to pay me? And she goes, you're skating around the issue. And I was like, fuck that, you know? Your fucking house. She goes, I'm junky. I'm like, fuck that. You're not junky, okay? Your house is beyond junky. Your house is fucking
Your house
gross.
is a junk.
And I was like, I've
Junk
given
care.
her dogs fucking flea treatments before. I gave them flea baths, combed their hair out, got all the nicks out, and put flea treatments on them. Like, I've done that kind of shit for her dogs. She didn't even do that. And so I'm like, she told me I was half-assing. This is what she told me. And then she tried to hit me with the, well, if you would like to go to court.
What the
For
fuck?
what?
She's like, we can take this to court because I'm sure a judge would agree with me. I was like, I don't want to go to court with you for $100, bitch. It's gonna cost me more to go to court than what you owe me. I was like, fuck this lady and fuck all that. Okay, so I won't be seeing those dogs anymore.
And those ticks.
Those fucking dogs, just like he was scratching his fucking skin off.
Oh.
So I had to do something because she was letting him do that. Can you imagine?
So that means there are fleas in our house.
Well, this was a year ago, so they don't have fleas anymore.
I have a thing with fleas, lice, everything that jumps on you. And
I think
bites
everyone
you
has a
that-
thing with that.
Dude, you
I
know,
don't like it.
when I had lice, my mother cut all my hair off.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I told you that?
Yeah.
She didn't know what to do. I was the first one to try to do.
She said, fuck that.
She said, fuck that. I was like, Mom, what the fuck, Mom? What the fuck?
Go grow back, go grow back.
She was like, just give me a minute. I was like, what? And then I went.
How old were you?
I was like 6 years old. I went to the kindergarten. Now the girls didn't want to be friends with me because I was like, ew, you're not a girl anymore.
Oh, no.
And the guys were like, we know you're a girl. You can't fool us.
Oh my
What,
god.
did she give you, like, a story of why she shaved it? Or, like, she was just like, we're just going to do this? Not like, it's a rite of
No,
passage.
I'm just going to give you a childhood trauma. But you know what? Let me tell you something. Because we were talking about how there's no misdirections. Things happen for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was kind of annihilated from the genders.
Annihilated.
Annihilated or not? Because I wasn't bullied.
Alienated?
Yeah.
Alienated.
Okay. I was like, damn, they killing bitches over
I
here.
know, right? She got annihilated.
What is it? Oh, she did.
That means like take off the face of the earth, girl.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't annihilated. I was
Alienated.
alienated. Shit, man.
English is hard.
I was. Forgive the foreign.
It is.
Well, because the boys and girls, none of them didn't want to talk to me because they didn't believe I'm one of them. That's how I started kind of telling jokes. Well, not really telling jokes. I would start doing impressions of like the kindergarten teachers, and I started roasting the kids and just fucking around,
That's funny.
just to get friends. And then that's the first time when I understood that like it didn't matter what gender I was, as long as I made them laugh, they wanted to be my friend.
Gender
Hell
funny.
yeah. She's like, fuck that. I'm the binary comic hero,
Yeah.
bitches.
Non-binary. She's non-binary.
Not
Funny
the
person.
non-binary comic hero. English is hard. Oh my god. It's so fucking hard.
Oh, so Kia, what was your fuck that moment?
Oh god, I got so many.
Don't we all?
You
Okay,
can share a
let's go.
few. We love them.
So many. Let's see. Let's pick one. Come on. Oh, fuck that. Moment. I think I had one just like a few seconds ago.
Oh.
You were talking, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll talk about that one.
Tell us.
I don't know. It's a deep one.
We like deep.
We like.
We've gotten real
You don't
deep on
even
here.
know
It's
what kind of
deep on-
stories
on-
people.
on the precipice of criminal kind of.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, it was shared here too. That's
yes,
fine. That's
it's
fine.
juicy. I like it.
Well,
As long as it passed the years that they can send you to prison, then it's good.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Well, I mean, just
What
be
is
loose
there?
with the. Don't be so loose with all the information.
There we go.
Tread
Okay.
lightly.
I'm like, just long as they can't send you to jail, you're good.
Right?
Right.
No copper will get me. No. When I was younger, I threw an event at the Coliseum, at the sports arena, actually, and it was called like the Showdown Throwdown, because like back then it was like in 2000 something, 2000, 2001. This is back when they had like, the clowns and the dancing clowns with the battle zones. The hip hop clowns. You ever heard of the hip hop clowns?
No.
It was like, there was a clown in LA who was kind of famous, like Tommy the Clown or something.
He was a clown?
Yes.
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah. But there were these hip hop clowns, and so
Uh-huh.
we threw a competition for them at the LA Sports Arena. Okay,
Mhm.
my ex-boyfriend at the time was one of these clowns. Okay,
Mhm.
and he showed up at the
These-
rehearsal for the deal. Now this is my event. Okay,
Mhm.
and I'm like, he's got to go, and he's like, this is a public place. I'm like, F you, fuck that, kick him out. And then he doesn't want to go, and I have them escort him out. And then my mom is there. She's like, "Kia, calm down. This is your event." I'm like, "Fuck that!" And I get into my Kia at the time I was actually driving a Kia.
Kia and a Kia, girl.
Kia.
I'm
in a Kia.
outside in the
Kia
sports
squared.
arena, and I'm like, "Leave!" And Dorian's like, his name was Dorian. He's like, "No!" And I was like, "I'll fucking hit you, man." He's like, "Go ahead." And I'm like, and I pinned him where where they sell the tickets. He was pinned.
So now he has to buy a ticket.
Yeah,
No.
bang! And he was pinned there for a while. I hear he can walk now. So
Oh
he's
my
good.
God.
It's good.
This-
Turned out all right.
Oh,
But I was like,
shit.
fuck that. Like, just leave. Dude.
He was like, fuck
No.
that.
See
I
your
love
face
that.
is
That's-
Get the
mine.
fuck out of here.
That's
Goddamn.
badass. No, but he didn't kill the guy, so that's
No,
fine.
I ain't.
I know,
no,
you
I
didn't
ain't
kill him.
No.
You just made him buy the ticket.
And obviously there were witnesses.
Yeah. Oh, we do witnesses. My mom was like, "What were you thinking? Why would you do that?" I was like, "I get it from watching you crazy ass. All the shit my mother used to pull, and she would say it. I'm like, are you kidding me, Phyllis? Are you kidding me, Phyllis?
Oh, I know a few crazy Phyllises.
Right?
Phyllis is an interesting name.
Yeah,
It's-
Phyllis
it's
is-
gonna be an
yeah.
interesting woman for sure. I
You
know
know?
a few Phyllises.
Yeah, I have an aunt, Phyllis.
All right,
She's crazy, huh?
she crazy.
She don't play, right?
No comment.
That's how crazy she is. I won't comment.
I have no comment.
I
'cause, you know,
understand
she follows me.
I understand.
Love you,
that.
auntie. Love
I
you
don't know you, but I love you too.
We love you, Phil
so
Dog. Philly
much.
Day, we love you.
I love crazy women. I love the thing is
'Cause
we
she's
all
crazy.
we all are a little crazy. We all are a little. I don't like. What is crazy? I feel like crazy is just a word that men use to describe women for just usually saying. They started with witches. Oh, she's a witch. You know, if
Yeah.
women used to stand up for something, or
She's a
oh,
witch.
she's a witch. She's doing witchcraft, right?
Sorcery.
Sorcery should burn her. Go
Burn her
away,
at the
witch.
stake. Drown her in the
Right?
river.
You heretic.
I feel like we're still kind of witches, but witches got a bad connotation. Witch is just a woman that's very much in tune with herself, because every woman has like an inner power. I feel. Was I talking about something that's totally
No, we're just listening to you. Oh, is this what happened because people don't usually listen?
No, I just
I was
didn't
just
know.
listening.
I didn't know if I was saying it.
No.
So, I feel like we all have inner powers, like we know. Like I would go to situations, and sometimes I know this person's not good for me. This person is this. It's like we call it intuition.
Yeah, intuition,
now, but
yeah.
it's magic. What is intuition?
It's
It's something that you
magic.
can't explain.
Listen, I
It's
told
our
my
inner strength.
I told the kid I watched, I told both of them when I first started with them, they were 4 and 7. I told them that I was magic. And the 7-year-old still thinks I'm magic.
That's right. We got the Black Mary Poppins over here.
I was like, he's magic. He's like, John's magic. I remember I heard him once tell someone that, like, oh, because John's magic. I was like, that's right. That's right. I am magic, and don't you forget it.
Dude, your line of work is so fascinating to me.
Which one?
I know. She's multifaceted, this lady.
Jack of all trades.
I read a little bit about. I'm from Israel, so we didn't have a lot of shows, in Israel. But I read.
No, really. But y'all have
now
your
we
own,
have
like Big Brother and whatnot.
Well, now I'm talking
Okay.
about when I was little. When I was little,
okay.
when I was like growing up. But I am fascinated with like everything you do. I want to hear like how did you get into it? What did you do? Or if you have another fuck that story about like.
I have so many fucking. I mean, like it's long.
Did you ever had
It's
a
a
fuck
book.
that in the rest like in the middle of like performing?
Oh yeah, a bunch of times. Like people get fresh with you, and you're like, all right, well, fuck that. All right.
Because do you guys agree on like what each of you are gonna do in the match, or
Well, asking a wrestler about wrestling in that context is kind of like asking a magician to reveal the illusion.
Oh, my bad. I mean, but aren't you on a show about that?
I am. So
Where they break all that down?
I mean, watch Glow.
If you
Third
didn't know, she's
season
on
just
Glow.
came out
Yeah.
August 9th. There
August
we go.
9th,
Netflix.
But yeah, I don't know. That sounds very interesting to me. Like, did you have any like real beefs with people that you had to wrestle?
Yeah. Not often because I'm so love about. But
Except
there
when you
was a-
pin people.
There's
Don't be showing up to her event because she will pin you to the ticket booth.
there's been I could count maybe on one hand. There were times it was like, okay, I just go into the ring with the respect. I kind of I started in Japan. The
Nice.
bulk of the beginning of my career was in Japan, and there they teach you a respect that is
Yeah.
absolute. You're gonna I'm gonna put my life in your hands, and vice versa. So I'm gonna treat you how I want you to treat my life. And even if I don't like you or disagree with you, I'm still gonna stand by that because that's keeping me safe. But if you violate that,
Mm-hmm.
then that's when shit get real.
You fuck them
Yeah.
up.
You know what I mean? And we call it shooting. When someone shoots on you, that means they've done something that's either unscripted or they've hit really hard and they are trying to hurt you. They've got you in a submission that they're actually gonna maybe rip your arm out. And,
Oh, wow.
you want to shoot on me? Okay. All right. Well, let's turn it into a shoot then.
Did you have that
Oh.
happen to you?
A few times I had a girl hit me with something and I was like, wait, what? Okay, how heavy is this staircase? Because I'm going to need to pick it up and, throw it at you. And that was in Japan. That was the first time. I can't remember her name. She was Japanese, and she had been wrestling for about 10 years. And after that, her and I never really got along, but there was still that respect in the locker room. Because in Japan, there's a system called senpai and kohai. Senpai is the veteran, the older person. Kohai is the younger person, so you always have to show them respect.
Mm-hmm.
So once I learned Japanese, we would speak in that very fake and she'd be like, "Oh, Kiyasa, oh, you're so cute." I'm like, "Oh, you're aging so well."
This was after she shot.
Yeah. So we had we would get if we would ever get matched in the ring, it would be little tiny stuff, little pinch you there. Can't nobody see me pinch you, huh?
Oh,
You don't like that, do you? You don't like that, do you? Yeah, all right. Slow your roll.
That's serious.
There's pressure points.
I
that,
like that. She's like, I found a pressure point.
That's amazing.
Put her to sleep.
Disrespect, I think. And in the middle of the shit, everybody's watching, and now you.
Well, that's when they
this
do
bit.
it, because then they'll get notoriety, right?
Yeah.
That's why anyone would want to do that, right? Because it'll be like everyone's watching. They're like, oh, they did this thing. It's like a big major
No,
thing.
maybe they don't even know. Maybe only the person who got hit knows.
Yeah.
I meant that first time.
It was
Oh.
like it was.
I
it
meant
was
the first
unnecessary
time that she
and-
tried to shoot you.
Yeah,
or
it was
whatever.
unnecessary.
Yeah.
No one. It didn't impact the story. It didn't make it bigger or
Oh,
grander. Or
really?
nothing.
So that
It
was a personal.
Yeah, it was very unnecessary, and I was like, wow, that's unnecessary.
She was Japanese. She wasn't black.
No, she was Japanese. Yeah, that was it. Weird.
I thought she was mad because another black girl showed up.
No,
I thought maybe it was a black girl. She was like,
yeah.
this is my place.
Damn. God damn.
Then she
It's
used
cool.
to call herself the egoist. I forget her real name. But she
Oh,
was
that sounds
like her.
right. You don't need to say her real name.
Egoist.
You ain't need to say
Oh, I
her
couldn't
name.
remember it if I tried. It was 17 years
I was
ago.
like, look, we don't need to say her real name. Sound like she did have a big ego.
Yeah, but it's all
Maybe she's still around. Hey, egoist, call in if you're. I wish we did have a hotline.
Maska.
Oh,
Take 9 there.
yeah.
You know-
No.
You know Japanese.
Skoshi dake. What?
What?
Shabi Maska? You speak Japanese?
No.
Oh, okay, never mind it.
I just. Oh, she thought.
I was like, yay, let's have a conversation. I'm excited. I was like, yay.
She got so excited. She's like, I was about to be like, nah.
Me and her mouth about to go on like this. I'm like, that.
But let me
It's
tell you
okay.
something. My baby
That's
sister
hilarious.
Ophir used to speak Japanese. She didn't practice it for so many years, so she kind of lost.
Mm-hmm.
But she went to Japan, and she was at the conference of they were honoring Jews. These Japanese people, they believe that the Jews are the chosen people, and they just love Jews. So all the Japanese people stood up and spoke in Hebrew.
Oh, wow.
And then my sister raised her hand and stood up and thanked them in Japanese.
Oh, nice.
So it's just a verse, and they were shocked. Here, this tiny Jewish lady. Like, when I
Even your Japanese impression.
all these Japanese people like,
Those are the sounds.
did you see?
Those are the same.
Listen, I grew up in the Bay Area. It's like Asian city. My best friend's Japanese, and like, but you know what's so funny? It's like my best friend, she's Japanese American, right? But she's like second generation Japanese, so like she's very American. Like her parents were born here, like her grandparents were not born here.
Right. So she's American.
Yeah, she's been here a few generations. She's pretty American. Except they still gave her that cut. You know that little that fucking
Where?
It's like this fucking
cut?
cut. It's like a bowl
Oh,
cut.
the
All
yeah,
the Asian
the
the
bangs.
kids have
Yes.
it. Like these little Asian kids like
the mushroom
Yeah.
cut.
it's bad. Yeah.
it's
She
like
had
a
that
weird
for
bowl
kids.
cut.
Mushroom
Yeah.
head.
And then they let it get a little longer as we got older, like middle school. Like it was a little longer, but it was still like
The
you
China
know,
bangs
Yeah,
and
the
then-
China
yeah.
bangs and like
Maybe like
and then I can't listen. I remember when her mama finally like loosened the reins on her hair and let her do with her hair. Oh, she went fucking. She's like, hallelujah! Give me layers. Give me layers.
Give me the Rachel. Can I get the Rachel?
And now she changed her hair all the time. Like last time I saw her hair was blonde.
let me tell you something. When immigrants move, when they move to America or whatever, a different country, they have some sort of guilt of like maybe they don't want their kids to forget where they came from.
Amen.
They have like some sort. So sometimes they keep certain things like they would keep the hair, like even though it doesn't make like it makes sense, but it's you could have chose something else.
Tradition.
Yeah,
They don't wanna-
I think
You
'cause
could have
it's
chose a different
I think
tradition
it's
and let her
easy,
do
too.
her
It's
hair.
low maintenance for those. It's easy to do for them. I think.
Yeah.
We have 10 more minutes.
Woo-hoo! I want to know more about Kia. Like I'm so interested.
What you want to know?
Well, tell me, what was your name, your wrestling name when you were wrestling?
In Japan, it was Amazing Kong, and when I first got back to America, it was Awesome Kong. Still is Awesome Kong. When I was in WWE, it was Karma.
Karma.
Karma's
Why?
nice.
So, but why did they change your name?
Because when you change promotions,
Oh, they own that.
Yeah.
I get you. I got you. That's dope. Wait, you're in WWE?
I was.
I watched that for a little bit of time. So that's where my peer pressure came in. Not doing no crazy shit like a roller coaster, but everyone was watching wrestling and I wanted to fit in. And so I was like, oh, yeah, I watch wrestling him. So then I started actually watching it because then I had to like know some shit when I came back to school to talk about it. And so I watched it for like maybe a year or two, but it was like during the Rock's height.
Oh, okay.
That's when I was watching
2000.
Yeah, the early 2000.
2004.
Yes,
5.
ma'am. I saw him live. Ooh, girl. I was so young, but I was young, but I knew what it was.
Yeah.
Okay, when I went to go see him, and I forget I went with a group of kids from church, and we were waiting for one kid to finish using the bathroom. So we were like in the lobby, and the show had already started, and we're standing there waiting for this dude, and I hear, "Do you smell?" I start running the fastest I've ever fucking ran in my life, and I ran up them stairs, and that half naked man was standing in the middle of that ring, and I was like, oh, I was like 11, and I was like, I was screaming like, oh,
John's sexual awakening was The Rock.
Lord,
I love that.
I
when
smell
they
it
come
all,
in.
baby.
I
What?
love when they're like, give it up for the one. Like, do you have like when they do your intro? Because you've done so many shows. Do you still have that like adrenaline rush before each show?
Not before. Usually I'm just like either sleep or I am nervous.
Right.
And then once my music hits, and then when I hear the crowd, then it's like, no, adrenaline. No, it's like, okay, let's go.
There's an awakening.
Yeah, it's awakening.
I can say
There's
that
a
with him.
switch.
Yeah.
Some performers say that they have a persona that gets in them when they get on stage.
Yeah, it's a psyche. It's straight up like I just made I made a return to wrestling a few months ago, and I didn't know, it had been years since I had wrestled. I was like, are they gonna even remember me? And then a few nights before, I was like, do I even remember like what she does and how she behaves? And like in the mirror, and I was doing like faces, and I was like, "Arr," and all of a sudden, I can't remember.
Was it like this? Was it like
Scratch you, scratching you everywhere. And it wasn't until I actually walked down the ramp, I was like, okay, I remember.
You
this.
just fall right in.
Yeah.
You fall right back, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah, girl. Like
Riding a
riding a bike. Yeah, girl. Except some people do not remember how to ride a bike. That's real.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Really?
No.
Once you learn, it's like
I don't
I
know
mean-
about
an
that.
embedded like balance.
It's not.
Is it? Unless you got vertigo. Oh wait, don't you have
Oh,
vertigo?
God, do I
I'm
have to
so
bring that
sorry. I forgot.
What did you do? Jihan.
I totally forgot. But
I entrusted Jihan with my personal medical information.
I'm
She
just-
released it to the world. Yes, sometimes I have vertigo.
no, I wasn't even talking about you. I was just thinking out loud.
Should we cut it out? You been much
No,
work for you.
no, it's fine. It's fine. That's crazy. Like what?
It's not like a bike, because I would tell you that with like stand-up comedy,
It takes a few to get you back in. That's for
yeah, you do have that nervousness, I feel like, before a show, and it goes down the more often you do shows, or the more
You
you
promise?
do shows, it goes down.
sure. Well, it depends. Yeah, it depends on how experienced you are. Like you were doing it for so long. Like it seems
Then you're like, oh yeah, I got this.
Yeah.
But then if you won't go on stage for a certain amount of time, you will be rusty.
yeah, no, for sure.
You
You'll feel.
you won't have the same confidence.
Yeah,
and
you'll feel-
confidence is everything.
you
right?
have to have confidence
Yeah,
when you're on
confidence
stage.
is everything.
You won't have any.
You lose it. You're like, wait, what? How was I? What? You know, you. But then after the first show, you're like, all right, I got this. I got it. I know what to do.
Yeah, you're in it. Hers different though. They're like, first of all, there's another person involved, and and y'all are wrestling.
What's the training before a show like? What do you do?
Like before an actual event?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Chill. I
This
mean,
is
like,
her, this is her,
I mean,
her
okay,
secrets.
because like it's kind of like freestyle rap. A lot of wrestling that you see is like freestyle rap, because when you train, when you just like go to training and you learn like almost every wrestling move there is,
Mm-hmm.
you can go in there.
Guys, there's a clown. There's a fucking clown in there. What in the fuck is going on in the podcast? Oh my god. Did you do this?
No, I did not do this. Give him the lead. I am going to fucking punch it, please. It's my car. It's my friend. No, you can't come in here. No, tell him to go. I will hurt it. I swear to God. Tell him to sit down. I will fucking hurt it. Tell him to sit. Sit down, Jason.
But I was fucking Israeli. Nobody's getting in this fucking room.
No, you're fine. Oh my God, that's the most eventful thing that's ever happened on this fucking show.
Big tough wrestler.
Oh my God, that's my friend. Oh my God. Did you talk? Did you end it or no? Oh my God, please keep it going.
The clown is not coming.
Jason, go sit down. Yeah. I didn't know you had the fear of clowns too.
And the clown just went it like, and I thought.
That's my friend.
Look, I'm looking at her. I'm fucking. When she goes like, I thought she was fucking with me.
I
like,
know.
This is a part of her story. You know what I mean? I thought.
Girl, I can't tell you how much she gripped my arm just now. Lord have mercy.
Guys, WWE all-time champion.
You have to wrestle the clown. No,
I'm not fucking playing. I am not fucking playing, Jihan.
tell him to go. Tell him to go over there. Jason, stay in the corner.
Honey, we've been fighting. I
Okay.
said I can deal with this fucking clown.
I can't deal with no damn.
You can do
Deal
it.
with anything else.
It's fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
Right.
All right.
No
So we
clown's
should.
gonna-
So maybe we should wrap it up.
And in that note, I just stole the clown. I've been fighting ISIS.
If y'all saw what the fucking clown looks like.
Well, okay. Listen. Full disclosure. It's my friend. He'll be on the podcast, and
Oh, that's your friend?
yeah, he's a drag queen, and I guess
That's not no fucking drag queen.
that's drag. It's drag. He's dressed as the clown from It. That's his drag.
Oh.
He's doing a drag It.
Oh, you.
But we're okay.
Okay.
All right, you turned it off. Oh, she turned it off. Oh, it came out. No. Tell
Guys,
Jason to stay in the
this is
corner. I'll go
done.
out first. Don't go out yet. I'll tell him to go. You're scared.
Every
Okay.
time I call for Todd, this
Here.
is Todd. Todd, come
Here,
say
Todd.
hi.
It's not on now.
It's
No,
on,
we can't hear her.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
We're gonna finish up. Here,
Jihan's
tell
mic.
Jason to stay in the corner.
That's the only reason why I'm behind Jihan is for her mic.
I
Oh
was
my
like,
God,
yelling.
no, it's like titty to titty over here.
Titty City.
Oh my God, I'm
Dude,
so
I
sorry. I'm so sorry you got scared.
I feel bad because I was like, the fuck off. Get out of the, I know who the fuck you are. He's like,
That's
I'm
my friend.
supposed to come
I
here.
didn't know at
And
first,
then
and then I saw him, and then I was like, oh, that's Jason.
I was like,
Listen.
I don't care who the fuck told you to come here.
This is the most
Now,
eventful episode
I
of
need
this
to
show we've
interview
ever
him.
had, you guys. Oh my God. So, okay, you guys, we filmed this live at the Comedy Store. You
Yes.
can follow us. Follow our podcast on Instagram at Fuck
Fuck
That
That
Podcast.
Fuck that.
You can follow
We just
Or
had-
at I Am Or Mash. You can follow me at Jihan.Sabir. Where can they follow you? Come on, girl. You okay? I got you.
At Spitting Fist on Instagram and Mean Queen K on Twitter. I'm actually really mean.
Mean Queen K on Twitter and at
We just
Spinning
had
Fist
a
on Instagram.
Fuck that.
She had a real fucked up moment and
On the podcast.
right live. Like we've never had this before. Right in the goddamn flesh. You got to see her fuck that and the decision she made. Okay.
Or did my husband tell y'all about my clown shit? Did my husband tell y'all about my clown aversion?
Not
No.
at all. We don't know.
What-
I did not know this about you.
Wait,
I
what?
just
So you have a fear, obviously.
It ain't a fear. It's just, I don't fuck with clowns, I just don't fuck with clowns, man. Shit.
Okay, that's a fear. But that's okay. We're all working through our shit. Okay? So let's just wrap this up.
tension is high. Okay.
Oh,
Nah, we
fresh,
love you.
my
We
friends.
love you. We love you.
We were the Fuck That podcast.
Yes, you guys. Love you guys.
Or
See you guys next
Mash.
month.
Jihan Sabir and Kia Stevens.
Say bye, Kia. Say bye.
Stay fresh.
fuck that.
Fuck that.
Bye.